And we are back to the game. Sergenis is dead. Now we figure out what to do.
Exactly. So, you guys are in a dead lock with these many various array of individuals that you have come into this room to see, interrupting their some sort of meeting they were having. Kurg, hell-bent on his revenge, only focuses on one in particular, and it matches the description of the man who terrorized and completely wiped out his home, Balthazar Bolton, who is looking fairly good for someone that completely annihilated Kurg's homeland. And a couple other individuals are here that you know of. The letter that you picked up from the throne room that was addressed to a man named Vance Ross Storm. You have inferred that he is the half-dragon that's currently in the room. You have killed one of the cultists off that ran and told them about your entrance into the Citadel. You have managed to actually kill one of their members. You're now currently engaged with the rest of them. So, as last we left you guys, Bolton unleashed his patron, Hadar, the Dark Hunger, which you have only seen and heard of in passing. Serjanus also invokes Hadar through his Hunger of Hadar spell. But Bolton, being that it is one of his patron deities, unleashed the arms of Hadar as the milky white tentacles exploded from his arms and hands, erupting in a 10-foot wide area, hitting Kurg Tarani, killing Serjanus, and even affecting one of his allies. This is where we leave. This is where we left you off, and now we start with the half-dragon himself, Ross Storm. I would ask, what would you like to do, but it's not your turn.
What?
I think this is the first time I haven't had to ask what you guys want to do.
What would we like to do? Get out of here and save our friend.
Alright, turn right to the half-dragon page.
Half bitch.
Let me just bring up your allies here. There are sheets.
Aww, sheets.
Alright, so... Alright, as I will answer that text first. Nope, it doesn't matter. It's stupid. Alright. My bad. Accidentally disconnected from voice.
No wonder it got quiet.
Yeah.
I thought you were just building up way more tension than you needed to.
Nah.
It's like, we're tense enough. We've been waiting a week. Let's get on with this.
Just trying to see what he's... Oh, actually, he needs to roll for something first. Oh, alright. So, with that... with that, Ross Storm heads back into the corner, breathes in, and unleashes this torrent of fire from his mouth at Ishmark and Irina.
Again?
Yeah, he rolled it, yeah. That's what I had to roll for. Let me just throw on some music and just let it be quiet on my end for you guys.
Any attack of opportunity?
Right, Ishmark, yes.
Yay.
Ishmark will reach out with the Sun Sword at him. Where's my dice? This? Yeah, that would actually hit. So it'll deal 8 points of slashing and 6 points of radiant. As he arcs the Sun Sword across the half-dragon's chest, and you just see a flash of light from the radiant damage that was all too familiar on the vampiric lord, Strahd.
Okay.
Well, you've seen the Sun Sword in action before. You've seen it's a familiar light that is emitted when he hits something with it.
That sword is straight lit, yo.
Right. Although Prax wouldn't know anything about that. He just heard the tales of what happened.
You think Prax would be like, oh my god?
Yeah, he's someone that doesn't really care, so...
My eyes, I cannot see. Just
yeah,
like too much
that's
vodka.
basically his reaction there, yep.
Oh!
Fight's getting lit, yo. And his mic is muted.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the right music. Alright, I found the perfect music. Even it was already playing, but I just couldn't hear it. I just wanted to make sure. Pretty sure it's familiar to everyone. Except for maybe Eric. Alright. So we did that, and the half-dragon blew out the breath, so they have to make dex saves,
Oh boy.
which none of them are actually good at.
Yes, we have seen that in the previous fight.
It's at 8 for Irina, who has a +0 to dex saves.
Great.
And that's at 8 for Ishmark, who has a +2 to dex saves.
Right?
So they'll take full damage from this.
Jesus, and that's another 76 fire.
Yeah. Rolled semi. I rolled average, I should say. It's a lot of 3s and 2s. 6, 11, 13, 16, 19, 21, 22 points of fire damage to each of them. Ishmark is still standing, although he looks very burnt, and Irina will actually go unconscious from that.
Ah! Again?
Again. And the rest of his seeing Irina fall behind Ishmark, Ross Storm will take movement this way. Tarana, you're up.
Whew, it's my turn. Well, what you see on Tarani's face is a mix of different emotions. One of realization, one of sadness, one of grief, and finally, one of anger.
Uh-oh.
She will...
Divine intervention.
I don't have that, though.
I know.
Invoke...
Shield self-destruct.
No, she will walk up to this guy.
Whoa, the cleric knows fireball? Crazy.
Some clerics do, actually.
I know. Frightening.
So, she walks up to this guy, dragging her sword
Alright.
beside her.
Bolton.
She will cast Furious Eyes towards him.
Uh-oh.
and she will
Oh.
say, "My oaths be damned.
All right.
Die by my hands." And she will take out the 5th level Thunderwave scroll.
All right. I forgot you had that.
I know.
Did you
were
have
cute.
that, or did Sejanus have that? Which one of you had that? Him, you or Sejanus?
Me. He
Okay.
gave it to me, I think.
That's right. He did. So you. All right. Oh man, it has been a very long time since this has happened.
So it's this cube, I think. Wait.
Huh.
And I have to roll to cast this because it's a higher
Uh-huh.
level.
That's what I was looking for.
Actually, I have a 5th level, but I don't have a spell slot for it.
Yeah, you don't have to use it on the spell slot.
Do I have to roll anything for this?
Yes, yeah, because you have to roll to do it. I'm just looking it up.
Spell scrolls.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up online because I can't find it in the book, even though I should know where it is. I just haven't done this in a while.
Oh, here we go. Spell scroll. So if
there it
this
is.
spell is on your class.
So it is a 5th level spell scroll. The save is. Hold on. Yeah.
It's a 5th one.
Yeah,
it's
5th level
17.
spell. 17 save, +9 attack bonus.
I don't have to make a roll because I have a 5th level spells, but
But you don't have the. But you don't innately know the spell slot, so it's higher than what you can cast.
No, I have it. I have the 5th
Oh,
level.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why do you think I can cast Master Wounds now?
That's right. I keep forgetting you guys are like almost level 10 or something. Like that.
Well,
Yeah.
she's level 9, where the rest of us are 8 and lower.
Yeah.
Or if I do have to make a roll, then I can.
I don't think you do. Just double checking. 9th level. Yeah, you have one 5th level spell slot. But you used it, right?
The what?
Have you used your 5th level spell slot?
I did, but I don't think the spell scroll uses a spell slot.
Right. If the spell is on your class spell list, you can read the scroll and cast it. Casting a spell. If the spell is on your class list but of a higher level than you can normally cast. Okay, so yeah, you can just cast it.
I will cast it and use my channel divinity to do max
Oh.
damage.
Oh my god.
Alright, so the save on this will be a DC 17 because it is a 5th level spell scroll.
It's a shame it's a constitution, which I know this guy has. But you know,
Alright. So, Bolton.
Isn't it ironic I'm listening to Fuel by Metallica when you're doing this?
Alright, so Bolton, it's a con save. Alright. Sorry, that was for the other person. That was not for Bolton. It's the wrong sheet. The White Finch.
Fails it and is destroyed?
Looking up his con save.
not really.
He's
So that's
now-
That's like 2.
That's a 21 for the White Finch. And for Bolton, that's a natural 2, but he will use his legendary resistance to go ahead and succeed.
Ah, I hate you.
There's a legendary resistance.
Yeah.
Woof, that sounds overpowered.
He's a boss.
It's a boss, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bosses usually have like 2
Out
or
of,
3.
out of all the leader type people in this room, he is the boss of them.
Oh,
It's
That's
like fighting a bunch of hard level enemies and then a legendary.
Yeah. Alright, so they will take half damage, which is still pretty good considering you're doing max damage.
which is 48. 68, 48.
Ha! Ha! Oh my god.
That's like 24 half.
Yeah, it's 24.
How many d8s?
6.
6, so it's 48.
48 and half, 24.
24.
Dang. If you had hit them for full, that would have been really scary.
Since they
I
save,
know. That's
they
just so loud.
save so they don't get pushed back. Although, this poor guy's dead body just kind of gets flung over here.
Does he at least get melted a little bit?
It's a thunder wave. It doesn't melt.
Dang.
It could like potentially crack armor though.
Yeah.
Let's not crack his armor. That way we can steal it and sell it.
No.
Well, we have to feed our men somehow.
That's my second channel divinity. And bonus action healing word to Irina. Cause fuck, she's down again. Oh, dear.
Both Bolton and the White Finch, you can see where you have the thunder wave itself has cracked pieces of their plate armor.
Armor.
Yeah, they're all outfitted with like pretty much the same uniform,
Wait,
with all the same holy symbol on it.
if their armor's cracked, that means it's not magical. So it doesn't matter if we steal it or not. Cool.
Alright, so 8 points to Irina, so she is up. God, she's got like no choice to be in there. It's the only way of attacking. Alright. Kurg.
I look
What are you
at
gonna do?
Bolton and I go, "You killed my village. You killed my family. You killed my friend. Prepare to die." And I attack him.
Alright. Neither would.
3 times already.
As he hears the words, stares you down as you attack with Alpha, he just raises his gauntlets to block both blows.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
my bonus action for second wind.
Alright. Let's see them hit points.
Which is 1d10 plus my fighter level, which is 8, so 1d10 plus 8.
That's right.
11.
There you go. So Kurg heals 11 hit points as we roll into the White Finch.
Oh boy.
So she will... she will spin around Bolton here, facing Kurg, and she will unleash her multi-attack. Natural 1. Ooh. 25 to hit.
Oh.
So that's going to be...
Don't do it. I can't. Even if I do something, it's not going to be worth doing.
Why not?
Because my shield only brings my AC to 25, still hits. Because
Okay.
match.
That's 11 points of slashing.
Basically, I just healed for what she hit me for.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not even mad about that. That's it's nothing.
All right, that is the Fench's turn. Wait, no, actually, she doesn't have a bonus action. That's this character. Yeah. She's melee based. All right, so Irina will go. Irina. So after all this, seeing everything that's going down the battlefield, like seeing, like getting momentarily distracted by Serjanus and dying, and then having to look back around and seeing the torrent of flames surround her as she falls, she gets back up. She looks around. She goes back to Serjanus. She puts her hand down, clutching her holy symbol, and she'll cast Revivify on him.
Woohoo! Yes! Where's
Her
Wyatt?
last third level spell.
So he's alive?
So, as the Revivify magic flows from her holy symbol, calling upon, calling upon her patron deity. Can't remember the name right now, but
Stormlord.
Yeah, the Stormlord, right? Because I changed it. Yeah, I need to change that on her sheet real quick. The Stormlord.
This
There we go.
basically follows what he renamed it. Stormlord.
Exactly. Yeah. So as she calls the Stormlord's energy to her, it flows from her holy symbol as she clutches it into her hand throughout Serjanus' body. You see the warm arcane energy flow in him. His eyes flash white. A couple moments later, they flash blue. He doesn't respond.
Oh no!
The spell seemingly worked, but he does not come back. His soul has seemingly accepted the fate that has befallen him, and he has crossed over.
No.
He gets tickled by tentacles and he calls it game over.
But I thought we were going to take his dead body, or his... We're going to give him a new character, but bring him over his character to lead the people on a camp. That was going to be... He's going to be turned into an AI.
Yes, that was our plan. He messaged me and wanted something different.
No! I
So-
am kind of upset. I am kind of legitimately upset.
So Irina uses her Revivify. She still has her bonus action. Oh man, what does she have? Let's see, what does she have here? Actually, Healing Word's level 1. Last level 1 spell, she's gonna Healing Word herself. That's 1d4 plus 8. God. 3, okay, so 11. Alright, not bad. Alright. So, Irina's still, visibly shaken, but she has regained some composure of, what she is. And she will... Oh my god. So she used 5 feet of movement, so... Oh shit, she's within range of this guy now, so she can't move. Oh, damn it.
You made the wrong positioning.
That's gonna be all. Yeah, that's gonna be all. Alright, Ishmark will go. Ishmark's gonna unleash a torrent of attacks on Vance. So he's gonna unleash his fighter multi-attack. With the Sun Sword. I'm pretty sure that hits, but just in case. Which one is his Sun Sword? Is it the Long Sword? Because I have it here as something different. Sun Sword. I'm pretty sure it's a Long Sword. Yeah, because he already had the Short Sword. So that's a 26 to hit. Which definitely hits. He's going to wield it with 2 hands as well, just for the bonus damage. So that's 1d10. 11 points of slashing. His next attack. Natural 1. He's going to burn his action surge to go ahead and swing again twice. .24, which... yeah, definitely hits. Nice. 14 points of slashing. And 23 to hit. Yeah, 16 points of slashing. Max damage. Fuck yeah. That's gonna be real close to killing him, I believe. Oh, actually, yeah. So as the anger, the pure anger in Ishmark's eyes of seeing him just completely beat up and bully Irina and him around for the past couple hours, really. Like, this fight and the last fight. The torrent of rage, almost barbarian-like in his eyes, as he cleaves into Vance 3 times, because he missed that one. 3 hail of attacks coming on Vance. One swiping across the snout, leaving a huge gaping wound that blood is now pouring out from. One across the chest as he goes for a horizontal strike, ripping open the armor, or the plate armor around him. And then one final one as he uppercuts with the sword. The sun sword uppercuts through his torso, up through his snout, as this large wound with blood flowing out. Vance reaches at him, but he can't quite reach as he falls to the ground, dead. At the hands of Ishmark.
Finally, the dragon's dead.
The half-dragon has been slain.
Now we're down to 4v3.
With that, Praxana, what would you like to do?
Run up next to Irina and attack the dude. That's what I would say. But, you know, that's just my opinion.
I forgot. Am I still holding my crossbow?
I think so.
Yeah, the drawing disappeared, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I assume you picked it up.
Yeah, if I was still holding it, but I drop it off on the ground and I charge it at this dude.
Alright.
Here, and I attack. Sword.
Are you using one hand or two?
Go with 2, because I don't think you're dual wielding.
He's fine. That will not hit.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, this is... sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy. I mean, it still won't hit, but I was near. But yeah, that will not hit.
Can I multi-attack with the...
Yep.
Okay.
So just make the longsword attack again. That won't hit either. As both of them, as you swing down with the longsword twice, the noble-looking gentleman has a very very dexterous feel about him as he just kind of dodges out of the way of both of them.
And then I take another drink of vodka.
How many are you up to? Like 4? Are you up to 4 drinks now?
I think he is.
Okay.
He drank in the other fight twice.
But then you guys took a rest.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, so it wore off.
He sobered up.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's
I don't
all
know how
like,
many
oh,
you
it's
think
my guy's dead. I'm gonna have some cake. Ooh.
I don't know how many times he's done it now.
Why, Wyatt? Why? Why? If you're listening to this, why?
All right, so he will rebuke you, Prax, with his warhammer as he will make his round of multi attacks at you.
Bring it, Suka.
That is a 19 to hit. Which I believe, guys, because you're all at 17. Alright, so Prax will take... $14 points of bludgeoning against a Warhammer. So he'll take 14 bludgeoning damage. And second strike, natural 2. So I know that won't hit. Alright, so he'll bash the ground beside you as you notice his fight pattern and you're able to dodge the second attack. You know what? And since he hit you earlier, he's also going to use his Warhammer's ability to deal lightning damage to you. So he also deals 9 points of lightning damage. Prax is not looking good. The wounds he has sustained over this battle has him very close to, yeah. So.
Well, no. I am not.
No, he will not go. So, back to Bolton. As he takes in his surroundings, seeing the wounds him and his partners have sustained, seeing 2 of his partners dead. He looks over to the White Finch and over to his other partner. And he's going to shout something in another language.
Is it orc?
It is most definitely not orc.
Dang.
That'd be crazy, though. Pretty sure all of you know Elvish, right?
I do.
A little bit.
I'm pretty elvish.
Yeah. So only Tirani really picks up the bulk of it. And I believe Irina does, too. Irina and Ishmar do, actually. Okay. So Bolton shouts out to the White Finch and his other guy in Elvish. Go! We have to retreat now. We have to make it back. And he is going to use his action to disengage.
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
He's going to...
I hate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. His plan... Yeah, you guys have, fucked his plans, and he was not happy with that, but he is not going to fight to the death like a lot of people would. Like the guy you've already killed would. So he'll run over to the dark sphere in the middle, 20 feet, and as you see him run through, first he will. Oh my god! First he'll take 16 points of necrotic damage as he just flashes into the portal, seemingly vanished.
No!
So, I'm gone. It is now... Oh, wait, he's dead. Nope. It is Tirani's turn.
I'm gonna hit that gentle lady.
Alright, yeah. You're not quite sure. It's very odd. The elven features accentuate, but you're not quite sure if she's an elf or if she's even a her. It's very agender. Alright, so that will not hit.
It hits?
No, it won't hit.
Oh.
Remember, she's wearing plate.
Well, Hold on, 1 second. Let me just read something, okay?
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I'm
not going to pressure you to go like Matt does.
I have this thing.
Although if it gets extreme, then...
there's this thing called the all or nothing coin. Can I use that today?
Yes, you can. You can use it once a day.
Do I have to roll another one?
What was that for? It was to give you advantage, or was it just
I-
like you used it in place of your roll?
It's in
I
place of the
so.
roll.
Right, and you've already rolled.
Okay. So what do I do now?
Still got your bonus action.
I what? You cut off.
You still got your bonus action.
Oh. Well, I don't have bonus action to like do something.
Oh,
Oh, maybe I'm gonna move. Try to cut
that's
her
possible
off.
too. That's possible too.
There.
All right.
I could have just like moved beside Kirk. I went all around.
Yeah, basically. Well, you can,
Okay.
it's free to move
So
through
that's
allies.
like-
So you just like moved in front of Krug and you were like, excuse me.
As I'm yelling at the guy who just disappeared
Yeah.
in straight anger.
All right. So Krug, your turn.
You will die in his place, and I attack the guy above me.
Oh man. All right.
You're kidding me!
Both are gonna miss. As the womanly man will just block it with her armor.
I got a freaking.
Yeah, man.
All I had-
that's-
All I had to
Yeah.
roll was above a 10. That's all I had to roll, and I could hit anything. But
Yeah.
frick me!
Yeah, I don't.
Your
Oh,
luck's
no,
not like
It's usually pretty good. He usually hits like 50% of the
Uh-huh.
time on his multi attack.
I rolled a 4.
All right, that's still got your bonus
calm
action.
down.
I don't have anything for bonus actions, though. That's the problem.
You already used your surge, didn't you, in the last session?
Oh, you have a shield master, right?
Yeah?
Lance?
Yeah?
You have shield master?
Yeah?
Yeah, he does.
You can bonus action shove with your shield.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, I guess I shove.
I totally forgot about that.
You can knock her prone or 5 feet away from you.
I'm gonna try to knock her prone.
Okay.
Wait, why didn't I just do that? Whatever.
Yeah, 'cause
I never do it.
apparently you didn't read.
I didn't know that
All
was
of
a
it.
thing.
Bonus action to shove a creature within iron. So you're gonna shove.
What do I do for it?
I think that's athletics versus there or something.
If you take an action, use your bonus action, try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you. Okay. I shove. I don't know what I need for shove.
Yeah, I think it is athletics versus either acrobatics or athletics.
Really? A freaking +7 and I couldn't roll above a 10 again?
Hold on, just
Not
making
very
sure.
lucky today.
My sword is a freaking +9 and I couldn't hit somebody.
It's okay.
You're making it contested by strength or dex. Okay.
Please roll a nat 1.
Strength or dex. This is against the Finch. So obviously going to be strength.
Just fail.
12.
Yes!
She's not proficient in athletics, but she's had a better strength score. Alright, so she is shoved 5 feet away from you. You are no longer engaged.
Is
Yeah,
she
move.
not prone?
No, it's just shove. According to the sheet, you just shove them.
Hold on. I think there's a shove action. The shove action. In the combat section, I think.
Oh right, yeah, it's either knocked prone or move 5 feet.
I always thought it was just make them move 5 feet away from me. I didn't know that could knock them prone, or else I'd be doing this in the entire game.
You could either knock it prone or push it away from you.
So yeah, knock her prone.
You know what that means? Advantage in melees.
Yeah, but now it's her turn, so she's gonna get up and run.
Hi guys.
Why?
Alright,
Why?
so
Why?
he's-
How dare you?
Wyatt! Why would you do that?
All right.
What?
How
So,
dare
alright,
you?
so- alright, well, I'll pause combat just to catch you up. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Vance Rawstorm, the half dragon you guys fought, unleashed the torrent of flames upon Ishmark and Irina. Irina went unconscious again. Ishmark retaliated by killing him, so you guys have killed 2 people now in this room. After that, Irina decided, oh no, I just got fucked up, and Serjanus is dead over there. So she went to attempt a revivify spell on you. But based on what you told me yesterday, the spell didn't work, and you're just dead.
So whatever you said, basically you said leave me dead. Why?
Yeah.
Yo.
You'll
Awesome.
find. I didn't tell him your plans. I just told him you'll find out later.
We are very upset.
I think it's cool. I think your plan's cool. I can't wait.
That's pretty cool too. I like how everything played out.
Yeah, played out.
So
It played
mad.
out great.
I'm so mad.
Everything
Exactly.
fine,
what I
don't
thought.
worry.
You're dead. Nothing is fine with that.
All right, so the white finch will go.
Peace out, y'all.
She will use half her movement to get up. Which no, she can still make it though. Oh. Half her movement would be 15 feet, so it takes 15 to get to the port.
She wouldn't be knocked 5 feet away from me. She'd be right in front of me, so she'd still get 2. We'd still get 2 opportunity attacks on her.
You're right. So she will get up,
Is dead.
but she will take her action to disengage.
Then
Oh no!
can she
that's,
use an action to go through the portal?
Yeah, because it's just like she just runs through it. Yeah, because you just run through it, just like Bolton did. You just run through it. It's not like it's not like a door type scenario where you have to do something to go in. It's just you run to it and it just poof.
And she ran. She ran to the
just like how in Critical Role
orb.
they ran through the sphere.
Yeah, that's
just
what I
take
think it is. That's what I'm pretty
you
much
just do
guessing what it is.
You just go through it. So 5, 10, so she will take the 15 feet. She will go ahead and take. Ooh,
She's dead.
she's gonna take 12 points of necrotic damage. Ooh, was close. And she bamps through the portal,
Wait.
through the sphere.
Okay, I need to know what was her exact direction of how she moved away from us.
She moved 5 feet to the left. She was in front of you, so 5 feet to the left in front of Tarani,
Yeah.
and then 5 feet diagonal, still to the left of Tarani, and then 5 more feet.
So then Tarani still gets its attack of opportunity,
She used her action to disengage.
but she's going through Tarani squares.
Yeah, disengage means that nobody gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Lame. Lame.
That's why it's so good. That's why I hate that rogues get it as a bonus action, because it's so damn good sometimes.
Yeah,
It's just so good.
it's pretty OP.
So Irina will go.
Alright, kill this
See-
guy.
Seeing everyone move, she will attempt. She will move through spaces here and then here and attempt to block him off.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, really, just sacrificing her own body at this point for this.
If she wouldn't move for the dragon, why would she like?
Yeah, seriously. So she will stand in front of this man as she will make her attack.
Are you guys like having a portal war or some shit?
Okay, so that big purple circle in the middle of the map, that was a portal.
Well, you guys can assume it is at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, so they just, 2 of them booked it through the portal after we killed 3 of them.
What about that Bolton guy? Is he still alive?
He bolted.
No, he went. He bolted. Yeah, he bolted out of there.
Bolton.
And I was so close to killing him, I'm sure of it.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. Oh no! Oh my god! She can totally. I think she can totally do this.
Do it.
Let me just make sure real quick. I just need to see the actual ruling here for the spell. Because I usually don't use necro spells.
Evil.
Ah! No, it wouldn't work because his body isn't willing. Hmm. Damn it. Hmm.
Does that mean now we are the League of Extraordinary?
You'll have to figure that out when his character comes in.
You can just change it to League of Extraordinary Humanoids.
Jesus.
Sorry, Water. I can't tell you.
Ah! Okay, just so you guys know, I messaged him directly because I wanted him to tell me. No, I hate not knowing things, and I always know things.
That's creepy.
That's what I do.
It's special. It's something special.
Is he gonna be a prostitute?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm not going to
fun.
say that wouldn't be interesting.
I got tentacles.
Oh my god.
oh my god. Are you Cthulhu now?
Blah, 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 blah.
Are you gonna be a mind flayer? That's disgusting.
A
and
what?
ridiculous. Well, I mean, mind flayers are pretty weird. But you know, to each his own.
Fuck. God damn, dude. I'm trying to figure out what she wants to use here. God damn.
Oh, you're not over with Irene's turn yet?
No, I'm trying to figure out what she wants to use, but I'm like, man, it's like really difficult now. I don't want her to use her Warhammer. I want her to do like max fucking damage here. She wants to kill this fucker before he leaves.
Well, Irene and Praxana and Ishmark have like opportunities to hit him before it's his turn, so I think that's pretty good. What does a cleric like her?
Oh my god. I think I know which one I want to use.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's funny. I told my magic group that I died last week in D&D, and they're like, "How?" Like I got my head smashed in with a warhammer and tentacle rape. Everyone just started laughing. Serves you right, Warlock.
And your tentacles.
Yeah, the tentacles is what really did it in. That made you fail 2 death saves.
How we killed
That's
what really-
tentacles.
That's what really did it in. Alright, I know what she wants to use. I just have to really get this right. Okay, so it's only 1. You create 1 at this level. And if you use it above the level, 2. Wait. Oh no, it's 2 additional for each slot above. Oh fuck, so she could do 5. Oh man, that would be baller. How many people are on the map? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she would waste 1 essentially, but just the only spell she has with. All right, so Irina will clutch her holy symbol. She will look around at all of you, her friends, and her brother. Please, do not speak of what you see right now. Ever. She breaks a tear from her eye as she clutches her holy symbol. At 5th level, she will use Animate Dead.
Oh,
She opens her eyes as they flash this foul, deep green necrotic color. She pulls her hand over to Sejanus.
Ah!
As you see, Sejanus's lifeless corpse becomes living, or undead, I should say.
that's awesome.
Sejanus's body rises up, now flanking behind the noble-looking gentleman. She puts her hands up to Vance Rawstorm, and the half-dragon's body rises up once more.
Is this the guy who killed me?
No, it's the other one.
The one that killed you got away, and I'm gonna kill him.
I'm just gonna say, serves him right.
Oi, Bug! Walking cadavers!
Usually, the spell does not have the range to pick up Vance, but she has an item on her that she also used while clutching her holy symbol to amplify her spell's range. She moves her hand over to the other gentleman you killed, and he rises up. And even all the way across the room, she turns, points her finger at him, and the cultist now rises up. She has now animated 4 zombies to fight at her side for the next day.
Oh.
Oh, I'm alive, guys.
You cannot talk,
Okay.
you're undead. You are a zombie.
Oh no.
Let's see, for the duration of her control, her eyes will always be that sickly green color.
I looked at Irina with like, it's kind of betraying what we believe in. That I think is a kind of a dire situation.
Alright. So she can move I believe she can control them 60 feet on her bonus action. Yeah. She can mentally command any creature she made. Okay, but they can only... Okay, I get it, yeah. Okay, she's gonna command all of them to do the same thing.
Damn.
She is going to... She can't do that. Nope. Okay, so they all have the speed of the zombie, essentially, so... 20 feet. Great. Perfect. Fuck, I didn't realize that. Should have made them skeletons, but they weren't bone. Ugh. But Sejanus is already there, so it doesn't matter. So 5, 10, 15... yep, okay, so Vance Rawstorm can make it. Oh my god, this looks brutal. 5, 10, 15, 20. He can't go within that distance of the portal. Five, 10, 15, 20. And he will get as far as he can. Alright, so she can only make a general command. So, like, she can't ask them to attack this turn. Because her bonus action told them to move. Alright. So that'll be all for her turn. It'll be Ishmark's go. He looks around, seeing the undead corpse of the multiple humanoid figures as Vance, like, just walks beside him, just mindless, leaving. He looks back at his sister. No. No! Please! He will go up here. And now you fully have this man surrounded.
Haha.
Oh, bitch.
Ishmark will unleash his multi-attack with his sun sword. That's a 20 to hit. On him, that will hit. He's the only one not wearing plate armor, but he still has the holy symbol on his chest. He actually has this. He has something very similar to mage armor on. So that will hit for 13 points of slashing, plus 2 radiant, another 20. 11 points of slashing and two more points of radiant dumped into him. Alright. So he takes the 2 attacks against him, slashing at his mage armor. His mage armor absorbing most of the impact, but still dealing the damage to him. Prax, is your go.
Roxana!
Well, I was surrounded. You have no chance. And cadavers after you. And I attack him with my long sword with one hand.
Alright. That will just barely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 10 points of slashing damage.
With the attack.
So that one will not hit. So Prax manages to just break through his mage armor to give him a deep wound up near his shoulder area as he yells out in pain. You! And, oh, did you want a drink also?
I'll drink of my vodka, and I am Super Proxana.
Yeah.
The master
Alright,
of both
I
worlds.
had a feeling you were at 4, so now you're at 5. So, yeah, Prax he takes the flask out and he drinks it, and he as he goes back, he almost falls off his feet. As he drinks, he comes back forward. He kind of gives a little slouch to one side, and he starts slurring his words. He just looks at the noble gentleman with this real, mindless face of I will fuck you up.
Your beard, it looks like shitty bird nest.
The gentleman looks back at Prax. This is gonna be fun. And he will. Let's see. Oh my god, dude, this is. Oh my god. I don't even. Oh man, this is.
How do you?
Wow. How does one get out?
I think there's a rule to optional rule for tumbling, but I don't know.
Yeah. He can try to. He can Well, he can attempt to move through enemy, just like you guys can move through enemy spaces. He can do it as well and just make a contested check to see if he can just push through you guys.
Oh, I guess he'll have to make a shove action.
Well, he can do it. He can do it as part of his movement, just like you guys can. If you guys try to move through an enemy-controlled space, you guys make I think it's either athletics or acrobatics, and then they have to contest it to see if you get past them. But you use part of your movement or some shit. I'll look it up.
I haven't read that. I don't know where I would read that. Is it in the DMG?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Let's see, 5e, moving through occupied space.
I always thought that you couldn't move through enemy spaces, but
You can, it either costs movement or it's a contested throw.
yeah. Oh,
So it is in the handbook. It's in the difficult terrain section.
in the handbook?
Yeah. He might, if he can do that, he might attempt to just do that. But he can still attack, so I don't know. Let's see, difficult terrain. What's difficult terrain at? Difficult terrain, see under movement. Okay, so it's part of the combat then. Maybe. Yeah, difficult terrain. Yeah, alright, so yeah. Wow, it's only like a paragraph too. The space of another creature, whether hostile or not, also counts as difficult terrain. So yeah, you just move through the space. Interesting, so the way that's written, hostile or not. So even moving through friendly spaces sounds like it's difficult terrain as well. Which I thought you could move freely through your own people's space. That's how I always interpreted it.
So did I. I'm very confused now.
Yeah, I did not think. I don't really read the difficult terrain section because I never. It's not usually in my campaign unless it's like, snow or some shit.
There's also the section about moving around creatures.
Yeah, you can move through a non-hostile creature space. In contrast, yeah, so it's free to move through that. In contrast, you can move through a hostile space only if that creature is at least 2 sizes larger or smaller than you. Remember that another creature's space is difficult terrain for you. Yeah, see, then it's like right there. Like, remember that another creature's space is difficult terrain. Whether a creature is a friend or an enemy, you can't willingly end your move. Yeah, we didn't know that. If you leave a hostile creature's reach, you have an opportunity to attack it. Do a non-hostile creature space. Oh, okay, I see. It's saying you can do it, it's just not for free. I get it. I get how it's okay. Yeah, it's saying you can move through non-hostile space. In contrast, you can move through a hostile space only if it's 2 sizes, at least 2 sizes larger or smaller. So does that mean you can't move through it if you're the same size? Is that what it's trying to say?
If you're same size category.
Like if you're medium and the enemy is tiny, is that the only way you can move? Because that's 2 sizes smaller than medium.
No.
Then you can move through the space.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wouldn't be able to move through your space just like that. He would have to at least shove you first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, glad we got that cleared up, because that's an interesting ruling.
Yay.
Yeah, that's an interesting ruling for moving through space. I always thought it was free. So, okay. So I guess from now on I will not move friendlies through friendly space, because it's not allowed. Alright, good to know. Unless I find some kind of correction later. But for now, we'll just say you can't do it.
Unless you want to home rule it.
Nah. Alright, so he can't. Alright, so he will attack here then. Oh. I know what he's gonna do. So Irina, the first one that blocked his entrance into the portal. Man, but Prax attacked him.
That's what it's called.
It's like,
the drunken.
Oh man, this is hard. Yeah, like Irina's Irina's the initial hostile threat to him because she blocked him. But Prax just like slashed through his mage armor. He's going to attack Prax.
No. Attack Irina. Attack Irina.
He's going to attack Prax.
No. I can't use protection.
Didn't fight against drunk Prax. The big Guardia.
It's a 23 to hit.
Oh no. I don't have any healing spells.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. He's still up. But
Son of a duck.
But he will use his hammer special ability to deal lightning damage.
Oh, son of a bitch. So close.
That's 3 points of lightning damage. He has 1 hit point left. So, as the might of his warhammer comes down on Prax. It like crushes his clavicle, and he just crumples into the ground from the sheer shock of it. Plus, him being drunk, he doesn't even feel it. the adrenaline, the alcohol pumping through his system. He just like takes the hit, and he's like, "Oh."
Does a bone go like that? Poke, poke.
Prax is not dead. He is a part of your party. Or just like all creatures, he goes unconscious, except for, enemy creatures. So, Prax is now unconscious on the ground.
Let's save, or is it on my next turn?
It's on your... Yeah, like, when it comes back around to your turn, you save. Oh, and that was only his first attack. He looks back toward Irina. And he'll make the attack. He'll make his second attack on her.
I used protection for disadvantage.
All right. The momentary distraction of Kurg throughout his peripheral. He swings the warhammer at Irina. And it just gives her the chance to raise her shield and block it away from her. All right. So, Prax is... Can he move just over Prax? What was the ruling on that? If people can move through dead people's... Like, you can move through a dead person's space, right?
But it's difficult terrain, I believe.
Difficult terrain.
Alright. So he will spend 10 feet just getting over Prax, right?
And take... How much attacks of opportunity?
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Yeah, and if he
1,
does
2,
move,
3, 4, 5. He'll take 7.
Alright, let him do it.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, I kind of already said he would go. Yeah. Yeah, so he can make it to the portal, it's just, he might not make it alive. Alright, well, he's going to attempt to move to the portal. Ooh! Alright, so, we'll do the PCs first. So, Tirani and Kurg, go ahead and make attacks of opportunity against them. If you choose to, at least, You don't have to. You totally don't have to.
Stormlight Defender, go!
Oh man, yeah, that'll hit.
He will survive that.
Alright, it's been a while since you've hit with that.
Yeah.
So he has to make the save as well?
No, that's for the lightning bolt.
Okay, I was about to say, alright, so he just takes 4 slashing?
Yeah, 5 slashing.
Oh, Divine Thunderstrike, yeah. Okay. Alright, Kurg.
Unfortunately, I have to ask this question. It's considered a reaction to attack, isn't it?
Yeah, so you only get 1.
No, I get none. I used my reaction to protect Irina.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Oh no!
I hate that I have to follow the
That's
rules,
right.
or else I wouldn't have said anything. But I know
Yeah, that's right, you
I
already used your
couldn't just
reaction.
leave it.
That's right.
At least tell me,
Alright,
did I
so-
protect her? Like, was that...
Yeah.
Okay, so I did.
Yeah, he missed.
But would he have hit if I didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He rolled a natural 18.
Okay, then
Then he rolled a 5.
that makes me feel better about this.
So just going around clockwise here. So the gentleman you guys killed will make a slam attack. Natural 3, so he'll miss. So Janus will take a slam attack. That's cocked. So Janus will hit with his slam attack and deal 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Haha, bitch. I mean,
The zombie Ross Storm will slam against him. That will hit. And that is 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And Ishmark will take a Sunsword attack against him. Yeah, 20 hits. Thank God he has a high hit. Two, 13 points of slashing, 4 points of radiant. And finally, Irina will take a Warhammer attack. Oh, fuck. 11 doesn't hit.
I realized that I poured really low on my damage.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and besides the misses, yeah, that was kind of the difference.
I kind of nicked him in the cheek or something.
Yeah. And so the gentleman will escape your clutches with just surviving the onslaught.
But when he goes into the portal, doesn't he take necrotic?
He would, except he's immune to necrotic damage.
No!
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Son of a bitch.
I'm glad you reminded me though that he would have took damage because I was about to roll for it, but he didn't do it anyway. He has spent years. You get the sense that when he walked through unscathed, he has done years of research to not get hit by this portal.
Can we? I want to study the portal. But
Alright, so 3 people make it out of this room as the zombies are still there. So Irina now has control, and she will move them over here. Oh, not Ishmar. Okay. As she holds her holy symbol still with the green eyes and just moves her hand over to the spot she designates. They all slowly move together over there.
I put my hand up and I look at her and I say to her, "Leave Sir Janus."
She does not hear you.
Oh. What? Is she alright? Can I check if she's still breathing, alive, whatever?
Make a religion check.
No.
You can make a medicine check too if you wish, just to see how she's doing. Physically, she looks fine. Like there's nothing besides all the like cuts and bruises and just like the blood coming out from a lot of her wounds.
Okay, so
She seems fine.
on the years on the battlefield, have I ever seen anything like this that would explain her actions? No.
You've seen like necromancer. Like, you've seen a couple necromancers that have the ability to raise the dead, but you haven't quite seen like on a power scale like this of raising multiple people at one time.
She does not respond to anything.
What do you do?
I hug Sir
She doesn't
Janus.
respond.
Wave my hands at her.
Yeah, Sir Janus. You hug the corpse really of Sir Janus, and just no response.
Kirk starts crying.
Oh.
She's making her cry.
Oh, let me turn that music off now. Holy shit, that was intense.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, possibly revive the dead drunk guy on the ground.
Oh, that's right. There's another one.
And he's currently unconscious.
A potion into his gullet.
Alright.
Was that 2d4 plus 2? I think. Because it's a thingy potion. Basic potion. Oh! Wow! I'm
Quit
all
rolling
fit
like
to be
me
a
today.
healer, guys.
Awesome.
That sucks. But you're alive though, which is good.
Alright.
And probably
Uh.
not drunk anymore.
Often I'm. Oh shit! What was that? That tasted awful. That ain't my vodka. Oh, that was awful.
I like flick him on the forehead. Be glad you're alive.
Did I pass out? Oh man,
Yes.
the party ended too soon.
Kirk refuses to let go of Sir Janus.
Well,
He hugging cadaver.
can I check outside the room to see if there's any like forces coming or what sounds? Alerts?
Oh yeah.
Are there any signs of like alerted guards or guards running towards us or whatever?
Just make a perception check.
Ooh.
You don't hear anything in the hallway or even like beyond the hallway. Back in the room though that you came from, there's this very low whooshing sound
Is it from
that's coming from like very high near the ceiling, and the ceiling here is like 150 feet high maybe. It is a very large cylindrical room.
Does it like if this were like a castle, would this be a tower?
It seems like it, yeah.
Can I approach the table and rummage it for stuff?
Sure. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Sure.
I mean, it's got a lot of papers on it, but you really don't look for that. You're just kind of like, you don't even touch it. You just kind of look it all over. Table's kind of like, scratched up. It's made of wood.
Well, this is still not a good.
You know
place
what?
to
I'll with your perception check, I'll give you the papers on the desk. Though, like,
be.
I
Okay.
really don't think you're just gonna just not somehow miss that.
Are there anything like important papers with names?
It's a
and,
lot of
locations and plans.
Yeah, it seemed like they had to, really hurry up and get out of here and not take much with them. A lot of the papers are scattered. Some of them are on the floor. It looks like some of them are letters. Others are like vaguely drawn maps, and there are a couple others just like word. I mean, pretty much words on a sheet. Like it's just nothing really too specific, but it's just words.
Are they like slimy from Sejanus' anti-tentacle party?
No, it seemed fine.
I think it's been long enough. I loot the bodies.
Oh my god.
The bodies that are zombies.
I'm gonna take the papers and stuff.
Specifically, I take their symbols.
All of their symbols are on their armor.
Dang it. Whatever, I strip them down bare and take everything. Even their underwear.
Strip down the dead comrade. Oh, that.
No, Sir Janus is I only take his magical stuff. And I'm very
That's
very
messed up.
No, I'm very polite about it. And I say to him, I will avenge you with these, and I take them from him.
Taking pants off slowly does not make it better.
All right, so you all right. So you take his wand of wild magic,
A snake.
his snake, and his rod of the pack.
Fuck.
Are you just gonna transfer them into my treasure?
Yeah.
For the record, I'm only holding them. I'm not gonna use them. I'm holding them.
Well, you can't use any of them because you're not a warlock.
Oh, I guess, but still.
That's like that when I was playing Bruford, I was holding on to like scroll for literally at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you
Oh
can-
yeah, I'll save.
Yeah.
Oh, like I was told that I couldn't even use it.
Oh, the first scroll we ever received got used today. That's
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So I got a stack of papers and letters.
You made him use his legendary resistance.
Maps and letters.
Wait, what time is it?
Yeah, it looks like you'll have to like give it a day to like pour over all the letters and maps and notes. Ishmark's actually going to come over there with you and see what's up with the stuff here. Natural 20. Alright. Could have used that earlier, Ishmark, but whatever. That's fine.
It's more important an investigation check.
Yeah, clearly. Alright, so Ishmark actually finds some stuff that is in the drawers. He finds a book. Doesn't have a title on the cover. It is just a leather-bound book. He also finds. He finds a couple more sheets of paper. Seems like they're blank. Let's see. Looks like there might be some more notes in here as well that he kind of hands over to you.
Nope.
Right, yeah, there is a pile beside the desk as well.
Did he give the leather-bound book to me?
Yeah, he did. There's also a pile of money next to the desk.
Ooh.
There is 3,000 silver pieces, along with 1,000 gold.
Wow. That's their hoard.
Seems like they were amassing something, but they kind of quickly took off with some of it.
Can I take the money?
Sure.
3,000 silver pieces. $1,000 gold. Any other significant thing that I found on this desk? No.
With your like 3? No.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Let me look. See if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, besides the many papers that were on the desk, the book, and the other notes that Ishmark found, there's nothing really left.
Okay. So I turned to Ishmark and asked him if his sister is gonna be alright. She seems unresponsive.
Right.
What, you're not even worried about Kirk?
Why? Is he hurt?
He's been bawling his eyes out, hugging a corpse for the entire time you've been doing this.
Oh.
I will.
Do you need a
Well,
hug, Kirk?
I will help my sister.
Does
have
Kirk
only-
need a hug then?
Kirk does not respond to you.
Fine.
Fair play.
We all deal with grief in different ways.
I have
Mine
only.
is to not acknowledge them right now.
I have only seen my sister like this once, and I was given something from. I was gifted something from the Temple of the Storm Lord that would help if things got out of control again. It is the law that necromancy must not be done throughout the land. And, I just forget that she does it every time. I do not wish to see her jailed for something that she cannot control at some points.
How did she come across this kind of magic?
Hmm. The first attempt at our assault on Ravenloft, she sought divine intervention there in an attempt to help turn the tides of battle. The Stormlord's avatar form was granted to her as she was able to cross into the divine, across the divine gate into the Stormlord's realm, as he granted her a power that she could not control yet, and that would only activate in times of dire need or rage, until she is able to fully control what she has. The gods are unforgiving when you use certain language, and if you don't phrase out the correct wish, then if you're vague, they are unforgiving with what they give you. She requested only more power. What she got was something uncontrollable. I noticed she also used the amplified stone that she always carries. She must have really wanted to. She must have wanted our pursuer dead, or not our pursuer, but our enemy dead. I will go help her. And he bring you've never seen this of Ishmark's. Ishmark, like throughout all the time you've known him. Yeah, he has never he's never brought out a holy symbol before, and he will take out his holy symbol. You may, if you wish to make a religion check on it, you may.
Great, because I'm really good at religion, guys. See? For a very religious cleric. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very religious.
What did I spend my other skills for? Insight, which I kind of use. Yeah.
Shit. I have to look up something.
Is there anything else we need to do in this room, or?
As far as you guys know, not really.
Alright. Kurg throws Sir Janus over his shoulder and says, "It's time to bury the dead," and heads towards the door.
Jesus.
Just
Very
throw him
dead.
in the orb.
There is 4 cadavers. It is gonna take manpower.
Are dead.
Are dead, not them. They can rot for all I care.
No dead peoples.
Come out portal, and then they will smell death. Not the good death.
Take their items and we leave.
But you already searched them, right?
I didn't get the rest of them. I think I just got Sir Janus' stuff.
Finger painting. We make a message in their blood.
Alright, got it. Thank you. Fuck, I found it finally. Alright, so the holy symbol he brings out, you've heard in passing, you don't know much about her though, but it is the holy symbol of the knowing mistress.
Oh. Sure,
And,
I know her with the game.
sure, right? And that he will not go within 5 feet of the thing. He will go all the way around to where he's over here. And he looks at Irina. He holds the holy symbol up to her. Praise be to the knowing mistress. Sister, I command you to stop. And you see this white aura that takes over Ishmark. He touches Irina with the holy symbol as the transfer of magic energy. This gust of wind overtakes the area as the sickly green flames and pupils that are in her eyes just completely get overwashed by her regular eye color. The zombies that were under her control fall back down to corpses. Irina kind of rubs her head. I've got a headache. Ishmark takes the holy symbol back, puts it back in one of his inner pockets. Well, it seems you. I assume you don't remember anything again. She kind of looks out, at the general area. I can't remember. Alright. I'll catch you up later. We need to go. She kind of nods her head and just kind of holds his arm as they walk out.
Do these guys have anything significant on them?
You want to check?
Sure.
How many hit points the Praxio, by the way?
4 points.
Oh, you already added it. Cool. Alright. Alright. So you want to check their corpses, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for anything that could give us clues.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Might be. Oh, what?
Investigation.
Can I?
You're pretty good. You're pretty good at those, right?
First.
Yeah. You're pretty good at investigating things.
Investigations.
1d4.
Arshins and a D4.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Because if we're after these guys, they might have a clue as to what.
Alright, so the cultist that ran away to get the reinforcement, he has nothing. Just like the other guys.
Mhm.
The half dragon. Let's see.
Dance Rasta.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything special about his stuff. He just had the sword, I believe. Pretty sure he just had the long sword or something, or some shit like that.
Did it seem like a magic longsword?
No, it did not. Which is why he was hoping not to use it a lot. He has his long sword, his short sword, and his heavy crossbow with him.
I hand the crossbow bolts to Brax.
Prax, you get another 7 crossbow bolts. Alright, as far as everything else, that's you've pretty much already looted Vance's room, so he pretty much doesn't have anything on him. He does have a ring, like a sigil ring on him, but you're unsure of the sigil.
I'll take it though.
Okay. The other guy doesn't have anything on him either, just his great sword that he carries, along with a sigil ring that is the same as Frostorm's.
Hmm?
He has another sigil ring, the same as Vance's.
Is he a dwarf? He looks like a dwarf.
He is not, but he is very short.
A human guy.
Maybe half dwarf.
He's like 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah, about Tarani's height.
Yeah.
I just named him human guy.
Yeah. You do find a note on him though that is addressed to Stephas Blackwood.
Jesus. Do I recognize the name somewhere?
Roll a history check.
I still have my guidance up. Where's the roly thingy?
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh. All right.
Oh shit!
You have no idea.
Well, I'll take it.
All right. Take the note. The note is like wax sealed, just like Vance's was.
It must be an invitation or something. Anything else? Just it?
That's it.
And okay. Anything else you guys want to do before we leave the room? Can I maybe check this door?
Yeah.
To see if it leads
That one.
another way out.
Oh, that one is unlocked.
Oh, it's unlocked?
Yep.
Door opens.
All right.
Dragon eats Tarani Bao. Whoa, what the heck is that? Is this an outside port?
It is not. It is. This is another enclosed area.
Oh.
It looks like some kind of common area that would be used to just, have a lot of, not necessarily meetings, but just a quick gathering place where people can just talk and, just talk to each other and chill out. A lot of rugs to sit down on. A lot of campfires that are currently out. There are some water jugs around. There's some goblets. There are a bunch of bundled wood over in the south side of the area. That's pretty much it.
It's really weird. I will look through this door. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go all the way back over there. Probably a lot of people right there.
This is an area very, very similar to the other area you went through. That was just a lot of tables. This one looks to be more of a workshop, though. There's a lot of tools on the table here.
Okay. Well, I've checked all the other rooms, and they seem empty. Nothing useful's in them.
Fine.
I saw a room that kind of led into probably a cave or a way out. You guys want to head down there?
Kirk looks back, nods, and heads straight towards it.
You're carrying Sejanus' body, right?
Yep.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
Alright, so all of you move out of the room, and as you do, there is a shaking feeling that occurs within the room. The sphere of arcane energy that was in the center grows by about 5 feet, and then it just collapses on itself and goes and disappears.
Would I have possibly come across these in my travels?
Oh no.
Maybe I've read about them. Do I know any sort of remote history about these things? Nope.
You haven't been told much. But the sphere itself is this. You personally, you didn't know people could just walk through it. From your reading, which is very little,
Or maybe
you knew it
Battlefield
at-
stories, even?
you really only knew it as like some sort of like you knew it could do damage, but if you got near it, it was like an anti-magic field, and like all magic that came within that range would just stop.
I say to the group, anti-magic can hurt.
Alright, Shark and Irina leave the room. Prax, Torhani, you guys leaving?
Wait, does the thingy in the middle, the orb of death, have any like religious? I don't know. Does it have anything to do with any religion, or it's just something that is conjured with magic that does not tie into any religious thing?
Actually, you know it as a ritual.
Ritual. Is a ritual?
You can choose to either make a history or a religion check, though. Whichever one you feel more confident in.
I'm good at both. Really? Is that?
Okay.
I think I still have my guidance on.
Yes, this is something that was used.
20.
All right, that's right. This is something that was used a very long time ago.
I have meta knowledge of it.
More than probably. It was last used probably two centuries, or give or take, 2 centuries ago.
Around the time of the Great Calamity.
No, what is that? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
The Chroma Blade.
You know, no, there was this huge god thing that showed up. Group of people killed it.
Oh.
You know.
Actually, no. That does not take place in mine.
Ah.
The Conclave existed, but yeah, it was used a couple centuries ago by by the Dragon Cult in an attempt to bring their patron deity, Tiamat, one of the betrayer gods,
Oh my god.
into the world.
Schreier is right.
But they could only conjure one. They only had the magic and the know-how to conjure one, and they were rebuked by several,
Hello?
because I haven't made them up yet, but several heroes at the time. One which is known to you, because I believe he was still alive at that time. Yeah. Let me go ahead and look that up. So a couple centuries ago, I would put it at. Yeah. Let's see here. God, man, age is so fucking hard for elves. I have to look up when he was born.
Oh, would Tarani have heard of this? She's 100 something.
Yeah, that's why you know of this, because
Oh,
you're
okay.
old. You're not old, but you're
How dare you say that to a lady?
Right.
you're going into your middle age years.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
No, she's
That's-
in her early 20s.
I
late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So
Okay, at least he's not telling you to roll for hot flashes.
just making sure if he's still alive. I'm really just making sure if this guy is still alive, which he probably is. I mean, the guy lives 1,000.
If he's undead, he's alive.
No, it's one of the heroes that was alive during that time and prevented the disaster.
Well, if Gilmore's alive,
Well, Gilmore's alive through very special means because I want him in this game.
or why not Allura?
She's alive too,
Gilmore's
but only through.
Gilmore's got plot armor.
Oh my god, did I really do that? There's a mistake on this page that I did not realize I did.
Ooh.
Whoopsie. There we go, fix that. Okay, yeah, he's still alive, because he would be 900, but he's still alive. So, you remember one of the heroes that was at this event. You read it in your House Forest Walker history.
Oh.
Yeah. The one of the few national heroes of the Elven people, Yule the Third.
Ah.
I believe he is. Yeah, Yule Tyrell the Third. A member of the Singorn ruling family. He was sent into the Feywild. Oh, wow. I also spelled Feywild wrong in this book.
You wild.
Oh, that's hilarious. I spelled it Feywild. There we go. He entered the Feywild in search of artifacts to bring back to House Forestwalker. Well, really, he brought it back for the entirety of the Elven people because they were Elven artifacts and they had been lost several millennia ago, and he went to go return them. When he made it back, with them. It was House Forest Walker's responsibility to guard them, and he essentially became a national hero then, and was granted the highest title by the Elven people. He was given the title Arato, which is champion in common. He became the Tyrell's champion and a national hero to the Elven people. Sometime later, he was called upon again to try to stop the cult from calling Tiamat into the world. And him and a bunch of other heroes that had proven their mettle and worth in battle also went with him, and they prevented a great disaster that would have probably been... it would have probably meant destruction for the entire world.
But
Yule-
most campaigns ended.
Yule came back, and peace reigned throughout the realm once again. He was...
No, you should share this handout to the others as well.
So you've explained to them along the way about what the book's about. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but basically, when he was titled Arato, he was 670, and was called upon in his growing age to combat the Tiamat threat. A lot of good people died in that, but Yule came back, and even more of a hero than ever. So at this point, he would be dead, though. He is not alive anymore. He was 670 when he was titled, and it has been about 400 years since then, and he died at about 800. Peacefully. Although it's not on that sheet that he died. I should probably put that on the sheet. It's a very important event in the Elven history and in House Forest Walker history as well.
Hey guys, I have an ancestor who's really great.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're going now?
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, we'll say you guys get out just fine. Which entrance do you take? The front entrance or the blown-up entrance?
Before we leave, I ask, this is both in-game and to the rest of the group, if anyone remembers that, I believe when we first got to this place, back when we were scouting it, there was a large field with trees, off and around it, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, before you got to the Citadel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back to that field.
Okay. So you guys go out the main entrance.
For the first part, so...
What would you like to do?
I want to find the best looking tree. Either, if there's a tree in the middle of the field, I want to go to that one.
Alright, make a perception check. Yeah, you're good.
I lay Sir Janus down next to the tree, and I start digging a grave by myself using my sword and shield.
With your sword and shield. Alright, it's going to take some time, but you're able to do it. Makeshift in its size and aesthetic, but it's workable.
All right, then.
You got. By the way, you guys watch from a few hundred feet away. This hulking figure of a man just digging with his shield and sword for the next probably few hours. You have a roughly 6-foot grave.
I lay Sir Janus's body in it.
Okay.
And then I fill up the grave. And as I'm done, I lay my hand on the grave and I say, I should have protected you. I'm sorry. And then walk and join the rest of the group.
Let me just fill out this page real quick. Or I can share it with you guys.
Oh.
So he was about 800 when he died, so he was 670. At this part, he would be... Fuck, age is so hard. Math, man!
Does my character have a worshipped god? I can't remember if we ever discussed it.
Nah, because you guys are orcs.
Do I know if Sir Janus had a
Orcs
worshipped god?
orcs have gods. It's a little frowned upon in orcish society.
There's Gramash.
Exactly.
What about Sir
Or
Janus?
no, actually, no. In this campaign, it wouldn't be. There wouldn't be any.
God.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sir. Hey, Wyatt. Did your character have a god?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Um,
the great old one.
Do I, by any chance, know the symbol?
No, actually, no. You wouldn't have any idea. Not many people even know about the great old one, besides the warlocks that are touched by it.
He touched by the warlock. No wonder he was into tentacles.
Well, then I put insert name here, god into the tree that's over his grave.
Well,
Okay.
we've never asked him about his patron, but
You
he's
have not?
always viewed himself as a priest of Saloon. Or whatever priest. There was a priest. Or he was a priest. Is it Salune?
Is Wyatt here?
Right, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm here.
What was your god's name?
My god, my goddess was, I think it was Saloon.
Yeah.
Then I carved the emblem of Saloon into the tree.
Ouch. Make a religion check.
If I make a low one, then I start carving, then ask her. Can I do a history instead?
Sure.
Dang it.
Oh no.
I mean, you try to you try to make the symbol as best you can from memory. It's kind of childish in its design, but it's there.
It got the point across.
Yeah. Also, as
Like,
you
I served.
you said
served as-
what are you carving this into?
Into the tree where I buried him next to. Basically, the tree is his gravestone.
Yeah, perfect. As you carve the name into the tree, the area where the grave is and the tree, in a 20-foot circle, or no, 10 feet, 10 feet circle, 10 feet radius circle. There we go. So 20 feet in diameter, originating from the tree, and the tree itself just withers
As,
and dies.
as that happens, I say, Sir Janus would have found this beautiful.
Okay.
Was he a tree guy?
Well, a bunch of death and decay where he died, where his grave lay. Figured he would have loved it.
Oh well. I will give him a short service befitting of a priest of Salone.
Okay.
That's it.
Also, in this campaign, Saloon is not very heard of very often, so you have actually never heard of Saloon either. But from what you've heard from Mr. Janus, you do your best.
Or like just a generic elven ceremony.
Yeah.
Funeral rites.
Well, Eric, if you're really that tired, you can bounce. We can finish up a little bit after you're gone, and you can just watch the finished recording. Like right now, I think the only thing we have left to do is just head back to home, tell them we killed a bunch of big guys, and find out what we do next.
Right. Because, like, you know that feeling when you're just sitting and your head bobs?
Absolutely, it's happened in this game a couple of times to me.
So,
literally fighting to stay awake right now. Actually,
you guys leave?
We go towards our carriage, hop in, and take a leisurely ride back to our main city so that we can tell them what we did and maybe get some money for it.
All right. So as you guys, when you guys go out, Prax actually kind of holds you guys back, and he just kind of like tells you guys that he's going to head back to the guild headquarters. He needs rest.
We nod.
He needs some R&R from getting slapped around, shocked, burnt.
Yeah, this is the most like battle wounded Prax has probably ever been. He's used to kicking people. He's used to kicking ass, not getting his ass kicked. He's the ass kicker around. He's the ass kicker around his sellsword group.
He's used to,
I
bandits.
mean, this man's like 40 something years old. He's had a long life of being the ass kicker, not the other way around.
He's used to fighting kid bandits, pickpockets. Just kind of walking with a group.
He's fought some powerful people. You just don't know.
A third life. Built like bear.
He probably had a few scraps with his wives.
You as you guys ride the carriage
mistresses.
past, or the wagon. You usually ride the wagon by. Prax like jumps out. You guys all give him a good warrior's handshake, and he just walks the pathway back to the guild.
Can I
Reds.
send him? Do we send him money?
Do we have money to send?
No, he's yeah. Tirani just picked up like 1,000 gold from that damn.
Oh, did she grab the gold off Sir Janus? Because I'm thinking Sir Janus
Nope.
had some money.
Nope.
Then I must have
buried
grabbed it.
it under the
You guys
tree.
buried it. You
Well,
didn't
no,
say you were gonna do that.
I told you I was
You just
taking.
said you wanted the items.
Oh, shoot.
That's all right. We put 2 gold coins into Janus's eyes.
Probably from his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
For Janus, the money holder.
No,
No,
I am.
Tirani is.
Tarani. Believe me,
Yeah,
I remember that.
They like buried him like
Jared
one-eyed
married me
Willie.
with a bag of holding. That would suck.
And so starts
If-
the epilogue of Critical Role.
If Janus had the bag of holding, we'd remember.
About
Yeah.
what?
Hmm?
What would you guys remember?
He didn't have bag of holding or anything. We would have remembered that, right?
Oh yeah, you guys would remember that.
Okay.
Go
Before
ahead and,
before
did you
we
put the? Yeah, she put the gold in. Okay.
before we let Praxis leave,
Oh,
I give him Sir Janus's items and I tell him to hang them up in the main hall as a tribute.
what
Like build a shrine or something.
are you giving him?
The weapons and items from Sir Janus.
Oh, okay.
Just so that he can put them on a weapons rack that's specifically this is our fallen friend's
Okay.
items when he fell.
All right.
Or we can always do that when we return to the guild. We make him a shrine. The shrine of Janus the Tentacut.
What was it?
The tentacle person.
All right. So you guys take the few days journey back to Iman, the center of trade and religion throughout the land of Tadore. Welcome back.
Oh, somehow.
And you guys have taken long rest since then, so all your hit points, all your spells are back, all that good stuff.
All our hit dies.
Temporary.
Well, half
5
your.
plus
Well,
5.
you guys took like 3 days rest, so yeah, you get all your hit dice back.
What about experience?
We're not done the game yet, so we'll find out here. So I have to add it all up.
Can we take a break? My
You'll
butt
prob- Yeah. We'll take a break. I'll deal out experience now.
hurts. Okay, no.
All right, so 20-minute break or 10-minute break?
Whatever
Wow.
you guys want.
Lot.
Yes.
Just like 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
I won't even stop the recording because why? Well, 10-minute break is no big deal.
Ooh, look at that. So badass. Mine would die. Okay.
All right. So, since you guys are creeping up on the halfway mark of our campaign,
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and add a level to Ishmark and Irina.
Baby.
So now they're level 11. Except Ishmark is not going to be 11, or he's going to be a total level 11, but he's going to be level 1 in something else. He's been training for quite some time on something else. He is now a level 10 arcane archer and level 1 barbarian.
That sounds pretty badass.
Wow.
Yeah. That last fight really brought it out in him. And, now he's going to be a barbarian.
I wonder if I'll get to level 9.
What level are you now?
Level 8
Yeah, you probably will.
with 39,000 experience. 39,850.
Alright, so now he can rage.
I would like
Yeah.
to rage.
Oh, not to rage. And he would have the barbarian's armor type, but he's already wearing splint mail, so his armor is more than what the unarmored bonus would be. Ah, damn it! It's not plate mail; it's splint. So now he just gets all those advantages. He can rage. And that is it. Oh, and he gets advantage because of rage. That is it for him. And Irina, what should she take? This is an interesting one for Irina.
What happened?
Leveling, your NPCs are leveling up one.
Ooh, does Brixana level up as well?
No,
Oh. But he's an NPC.
I know he hasn't leveled up yet though. Ishmark and Irina have been with you guys longer, so and as you guys creep up on the halfway mark, well, at least you're creeping up on the halfway mark. They're going to also increase their level to kind of keep pace, just in case you guys. So with what happened in the last fight with Ishmark, he is actually going to take level 1 in Barbarian. His unrelenting rage when his sister went down again really put it to it. That really was the determining factor.
He muted himself.
It's always awkward because I never know if he meant to or if it just happened.
I know. Sometimes it's like
What?
your voice chat just cuts off, or
Yeah.
like yourself, and then sometimes you just go quiet. No, there he goes again.
So apparently, if I do level up,
Look, I'm flushing the toilet. I don't think you guys want to hear that.
why not? Why do you think we don't want to hear that? Do you really think we're that kind of person?
I don't know. Man. I just mute it just because I think people don't want to hear that kind of stuff.
We do that every day. It's not a problem.
Alright, Irina's gonna level up. I don't know what she wants to do, because clerics are weird multi-classing, because
It's like it's not really worth it
yeah.
sometimes. But for me, I still have to like wait till 12th level because I need higher dex and strength.
She's gonna go ahead and go level 11.
Woo! More spells.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, they just told me to. Do you want to generate another spell sheet? I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Sure, why not? Typey, 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 type. Sorry, my keyboards are so loud. And also, I'm just a loud typer.
There's nothing wrong with being loud.
Yeah, but when it comes to like keyboard typing, even my sister, she gets annoyed when I type. She's like, "You're so noisy." I'm like, I can't help it. I actually learned how to type by myself. So
That is impressive.
Like my dad, he like slams his fingers down on the keyboard. I'm like, don't do that.
That poor
those
keyword.
ones that like punt and peck for every letter, that's terrible. I don't know how they can live.
It's almost like the older they are, the more they're just kind of pointing into the keys than they are typing.
Is this the right letter?
It's like
Yes.
poke. Oh, that's a key. Poke. There's the other key. Poke. It's like they're
Yeah.
trying to type with the wrong hand.
Ah, shit.
So, you guys like what I did with Sir Janus?
Yes, man. That's very respectful to the dead. You know, we didn't really even know Sejanus that much because he wouldn't tell us his background.
He was very secretive.
Not secretive, but he just wouldn't tell us.
Kurg still found him as a comrade and would never let a comrade down unless, well, you know, couldn't help it.
I got angry on your behalf, Wyatt. And like unleashed this 5th level thunder wave.
Hey, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I hope that made you feel guilty.
My god, the spell sheet's taking forever to generate.
You made Kurg cry.
He doesn't care because he's dead.
His soul might care.
I'm just dead. I'm cadaverific.
His soul is sitting currently on. Actually, it's not sitting on a plane at all. It's actually belongs to the Great Old One.
Yep. Thanks. Oh shit! If the other guy dies with Dar thing, do they meet on the same plane?
No.
Oh.
His great Sir Janus's Great Old One is different than Bolton's.
Oh, yeah. But is there like a waiting room for?
No, you just swirl around forever.
And now Critical Role starts. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Be back. Oh, me too. I'm gonna get some food. Be right back.
Trying to sign into my Roll20 on my phone. Can't remember my password. Shit.
Well, after this game, we'll probably go over your character a little bit. We can level him
Oh,
up
my
and
new
stuff. Yeah. It's there. Skyfall is there.
Cool.
I just archived him because it wasn't being used right now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about your backstory and stuff that you've gained, like magic stuff that you might have gained through it. Like I did for Kurg.
Alright.
See, Kurg should be able to level up after this. No. He's like 10,000 away. He probably won't level up. Damn. So yeah, we'll probably end the session soon anyway. I know they want to watch Critical Role.
Yeah.
Plus, it's mainly just role play from here on out until you guys figure out what you want to do next. Well, they.
Okay, I'm back. Ready to continue, or is like a AFK?
Just waiting for her. Okay.
Did I level up?
Probably not. No.
I'm very sorry for leveling up.
Let's see. I think the Half Dragon was only like CS. Oh, Challenge Rating 6. Alright, so you guys got 1800 for the Half Dragon.
Hmm?
1800 experience for the Half Dragon.
Ma, help me. What is... I hate math.
Why?
It's
That's 52,200 for you, Tarani.
I got it. Woo!
Yeah. And Kurg, you already done yours?
4168. That's just from the what, eight something, or no? 1800 you just told me to add, so that's all I got that from the 18.
I'm busy right now. You mean leaving the dog alone? With them?
Let's see, for Kurg, it'll be 41,650.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. You're really close to leveling up.
Not
For Blackwood, he was kind of garbage throwaway, like high tier character. He was pretty. He ranked.
My computer then, because
He ranked pretty low on the on their like leadership tiers.
wait, is the cat out of here?
About the same as Vance. 1,500 for Blackwood. He was killed last session, so I can't remember who killed him.
What?
Blackwood was killed last session. I can't remember who killed him.
What's Blackwood? Short human guy?
Yeah,
I did.
go ahead and tack on another 300 experience then.
Cool. I obliterated him with a lightning bolt.
Kurg's at 41,150. Or, sorry, 43,150. Yeah. Toronto, you already added yours.
Hmm?
Did you already add your experience?
That was 8, 5, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3,
Sure.
2,300.
Alright. I'll wait till you guys put it both out. Your experiences in. Who's the other guy you guys killed? Oh, for the cultist. He was shite. that's like challenge rating like 1/4 or something.
Well, we killed a couple of them.
Yeah, you only killed between getting experience from the last fight. You only killed one.
What was the experience we got from the last fight? I don't think I had that.
I think it only totaled like 1,000 or something because it was like all cultist. It wasn't much.
It was 1,500, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Should I just tack that on? Because I don't remember adding that last time.
Sure.
Well, they said it, folks. That man is dead.
44,650.
Did you level up?
No, it's
No.
48.
It's 48. I need another just under 4,000.
Pretty close. You need to kill your guy. He's the big one.
All right. Well, you guys escaped. You guys escaped certain death. I'll say that. The whooshing that Tarani heard. That was another enemy.
What?
Yeah, there was another enemy that was like way up near the ceiling.
Good thing we got out of there.
The grab boom?
Yeah. It was just like a triggering trap that would have happened like at some point during the fight.
Well, shit.
Just-
I know that. I thought it was just wind.
Yeah,
So-
someone like bound it to that room.
There's no milestone experience.
No, so they give you experience for monsters.
Milestone. Oh,
There's like very few milestones that I'll hand out. One was for Strahd, but I don't know when the next one will be.
Strahd was an asshole.
Alright, so that was it for that. So you guys are back in Iman, leaving Prax off. Let's see. Oh, right, I have to update tokens on this page.
Hey, look, it's Kasha.
Kashaw's there?
Yep. And the other girl.
Mary?
Yep.
Stop! I want to watch that later.
It's a code through.
Apparently they ain't dead, so that's something.
That's good, because there was a child inside Mary. I mean, Zara.
Oh, that's funny.
Alright, so you guys just gonna make a beeline for the Cloud Top District?
Yep.
Sure.
Alright, the four of you quickly head out to the entrance of the Cloud Top.
During all this whole trip, I've been having a heart-to-heart with Tarani.
Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
Because Kirk is so devastated by what happened.
Well, Ronnie's the mother of the group.
Pretty much.
You guys are led into the Cloud Top without any issue. After telling them and their recognition of you, you head up to the palace gates. You ask for a audience, the council, which is that this is actually going to be good.
Done. Oh.
So you guys head into the palace, into the Red Keep. The guard that leads you to the throne room, dressed in this beautiful gold white plate armor attire, and they escort you all to the throne room, where you see the council of Tal'Dorei.
Ooh.
But
The hoity-toities.
it is not the council you remember from last time.
Ooh. Okay.
There has been a shakeup in the Tal'Dorei Council. A lot of people have decided to either retire, or you're explaining that the people that used to be on the council, retired. A couple of people remain. And you do see Master Wizard Tyrell still there, and of course Arcanist Laura is still there. They're both still on the council, but everyone else has a fresh face, I believe, at least. Can't remember exactly who was on the council with you guys.
What were the names
Left.
of the ones we knew?
Arcanist Alora and Master Wizard Tyrell.
Tyrell. It's not Tyrell.
Can be any way you want.
Okay then. Giggity.
I'm looking to see if you wrote down the council. Oh wow, you did. Yeah, cool. I can always count on these awesome notes to see who was on the council when you guys were last here.
I'm just bummed that I can't do columns.
Ah, I know, right? Oh, okay. So, Star Paladin Cross was on the council when you guys were here. So, Star Paladin Cross is still on the council, representing the council, representing the Circle of Paladins. Lyndon Tyrell is still there, representing the Elven people. Arcanist Alora, who represents the Pantopical.
Allure or Allura?
Alora.
Okay.
Arbiter Braun, Guardian Tofor, Seeker Asun. They are gone. Tal Visek IV heads the table as usual, board of Tal'Dorei. You see flanking him a new Seeker. There is also a gentleman adorned in very ceremonial military armor to the other side of the king. The king. There is another gentleman sitting at the table currently who is also dressed in a very nice military attire. A little bit differently than the one beside the king. And of course, Star Paladin Cross is also at the table, along with Master Wizard Tyrell.
Not a sovereign.
Yeah, he's a king.
Okay.
He is not a sovereign. The king motions to the council. The people that are sitting stand at your entrance. The king greets you with a slight bow. Welcome back to the chamber. Please, sit.
We bow
I salute.
and I sit.
And I stand.
Yeah. Of course, like last time. Irina, Ishmark, and Tarani all take seats. Kurg stands near Tarani, behind. Everyone else takes their seat. The king mentions... he mentions the new members of the council. I know there are some new faces here that you may not all recognize. I'm sorry for that. Many of our council had to retire for personal reasons or diplomatic reasons. Of course, we still have David Cross here representing the Paladins. Thank you, Mr. Cross. Master Wizard Tyrell is here, still representing the Elven people. It's good to still have you. And Arcanist Laura still resides with us for the Pansoph. My new Seeker from House Stark. I'd like to introduce you to Seeker Andrew Stark. And he kind of like halfway gets up and like bows to you guys.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Glad to be on the council. It is my duty to represent the northern, best of northern interest. He just kind of says he's a little awkward because he's not used to this kind of like high power, like high political power. And he just kind of like awkwardly sits back down. Yes, it is very nice to have you on the council, Mr. Stark. And Andrew actually represents House Stark on the Kingsguard as well, a position that he will have to give up now that he is on the council, and I'm sure his son will gladly take his next in line. Yes, Your Grace. My son will be glad to take the honor of being the next Kingsguard for House Stark. Very good then. The man to my right here, he will be representing our Armed Forces Division. I'd like to introduce to you 5-star General Fabian Rosgard. The general stands up, gives the traditional Tal'Dorei salute, one hand across the chest, and a fist, and he bows. It is good to see such fine faces here today.
What was his name?
I'm General... 5-star General Fabian Rosgardo. He is the one that has the ship named after him.
Ah, okay. I was gonna ask.
Probably butchered the spelling, but whatever.
Probably. Fabian.
Okay.
Rasgado with an accent over the second A in his last name.
How about you copy and paste it in the chat?
Why I can't copy and paste the accent.
Oh no, but everything
I have
else,
it written down.
please, for the love of God.
I can't remember which place the Stark ruled over.
Whitestone.
Winterfell.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
He has an accent over the second A in his last name.
Good for him.
I've always spelled it Rasgardo because that's what you're saying.
Exactly, that's the accent. Where it makes the A a little bit longer.
Rasgardo.
Oh, you don't want to
Rasgardo.
know what I wrote.
It doesn't matter.
I
It's
wrote
alright.
Fazbardo.
It's alright.
Has he like gained what word?
Bird?
Gained like ranks after the thingy?
Kirk?
No.
No, because they disbanded it. They disbanded the initiative.
I'm no.
That's how you guys. That's how you guys got the two other orcs.
Yep.
Or half orcs.
He's always
here.
been a 5-star general.
Oh, him! Oh, I thought you meant like Kurg's unit. Oh, my bad.
Hmm.
No, he rose through the ranks. He looks about mid-50s.
Okay.
It looks like he's been a military man for all his life.
Altered 50s or legit 50s?
Is he human?
Is he magic?
Yeah. He's human. Yeah. Yeah, he's human. Yeah.
What about this Stark guy?
Human as well.
I should probably make a note of that.
Where's
But yeah. Risgardo gets up, gives the salute. Nice to see such young faces on the council.
Does he recognize Kurg at all?
You, yes. Half orc. You were part of our initiative, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to see us lose the initiative. I know your people thought it was diplomatic, but I actually like seeing you on the battlefield.
Just ignore what I'm doing. I'm just trying.
And he takes his seat back. And to across the table from our army general is Admiral of the Fleet, Stephen Hackett. Stephen, please, welcome. The familiar face of Admiral Hackett stands up, gives you all a bow. It's very good to see all of you again.
We've met this guy?
Yes.
You have.
When?
You met him once when he came in with the rest of the fleet and parked anchored right above the barracks at Valaki.
Let me consult my notes. I don't.
Let me consult these notes.
No. Hack it.
I hope no one ever looks through my notes, because it's just like red line after red line.
From
Oh.
what ship did you come from?
I only look through Tyrannies, don't worry.
Good.
Hack it. I have no Hackett here.
Admiral
Oh,
Hackett. He was way
She actually-
back.
She actually did not write it down, no.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's the only guy.
Because let's see, about halfway down her notes is where it would be, along with all the ships. Well, basically, he came in with Shepard and Adams.
Oh,
he
I have
came with-
Adams here, but
Yeah.
I don't have Hackett.
Yeah, he came with them.
Is
Oh,
he the
no.
same
No, you're
Oh.
right. He wasn't there. He was at the camp. He was at the forward camp after you defeated Strahd, and you guys all walked there.
Yeah.
He was there. That's where he was.
I thought that's where he was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he was at the forward camp. He wasn't there when the ships came.
I don't have him in.
And we didn't meet him for very
That's all right.
long. It was like, it was a
So,
throw.
yeah, it was like a passing. It was like a passing meeting. Like you guys saw him for like a few seconds.
And I remember making a statement about it because I know what the reference was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys saw him for like a passing second.
It's weird that I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. So yeah, Hackett, he gives you a very wide smile of seeing you all again, even though it was only for a few seconds. And he sits back down. The new Council of Taldore. Now, this council meeting is now in session. Please, tell us what you have found in the Citadel.
Should I? Should you?
Kirk stands there quietly because you're commander?
Oh. Okay, fine. Well, as soon as we've learned of the news that the cult of the Lich and the Dragon have joined forces we were at at Whitestone, and we went to the Citadel and found many cultists of that worked for the former Lich and Dragon cults. I have here, and she like she she pulls from the bag of holding a stack of papers, maps, letters, the leather-bound book, and notes, and like just spread it on the table. Have here some notes we have collected from the building.
Is-
We're in a large castle of I don't know what make, and it seems that they have a portal.
I have a quick question. Is there any sort of hero memorial type thing where they put names up of people who gave their lives in service of the city or country? Like any sort of memorial like that?
Actually, no.
Oh,
Both the army and navy have one for like their people that have served in the armed forces. But the only memorials that are created are for like national heroes that have either passed away naturally or died in battle.
Kurg would like to make a motion to have Sir Janus's name put onto some sort of memorial for the life he gave heroically in fighting off what could have been the biggest threat to Tal'Dorei.
All right.
And on his tombstone.
So you give the motion to the council.
What?
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting motion. The Kurg, I believe your name was.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
It's not really a matter to be discussed at this meeting. So we will certainly think it over and present it at our next meeting.
Thank you, sir.
These pages you have presented us here.
The last fight at the last battle we found some sort of leaders of this new cult, which I have not known what they are named right now. And I also have like the sigil ring, and I also toss it in the table. One of them was a person from Kurg's past, a Balthazar Bolton. He seemed to be the leader of this group.
And we will continue our hunt to stop this threat.
We will get to
Bolton, you say?
yeah, along with a white finch and a what's the other guy's name?
You actually don't know that he was called White Finch.
Oh, okay.
It was just easier for me to call her that than to say, "Hey, that guy."
And then another of. Did we know the other guy's name as well, or no?
No, you just knew. You knew Rostorm because of the letter, and you also knew of Blackwood because of the letter, because they were all addressed to them.
This Blackwood was the last guy, right?
He was the guy you killed last session, the 5'4" guy,
Yeah.
the dead body you tossed with your spell.
So So, short human guy has a name.
Mm-hmm. Stephos Blackwood.
I hand them that letter.
Okay.
And
They take all the, all the evidence that you have brought to their attention.
mhm.
The king motions to Seeker Stark to collect some of it, start mulling it over along with Admiral Hackett and Paladin Cross. Master Tyrell takes the book and he kind of like raises an eyebrow at the names you mention. And he kind of looks over the sigil rings. White Finch. White Finch. Yes. I know of this. I know of this Finch character. Yes. Yeah. Well, her, I should say. She is, she used to be one of our champions. Yes. I never thought I'd hear of her again. We have her memorialized on the monument outside of the palace.
Was she always called the White Finch?
No.
Let me search through my notes.
White Finch, I can't believe it. Let me just put her name right here. She used to go by her name in her former life, I guess. She was Tuark. Never revealed what house she was a part of. But she rose to champion status after given the favor of the Platinum Dragon himself. And now she is a fallen champion of Bahamut. It is always sad to see the champions of deities fall to such corruption, such power. Did you find anything else about this White Finch?
No, we were getting a report that she, along with Balthazar Bolton and another unnamed enemy guy, escaped through this purple portal that stood in the middle of the room.
If the White Finch is working with them, that proves very dangerous. And, the general kind of starts looking over some of the papers. Let's see. Doesn't look like they're a peaceful group.
No. I imagine anything to do with a lich or a dragon would not be good. Unless it is the Platinum Dragon himself.
Seeker Stark, what do you think of the letters there addressed to, who's that? Advanced Ross Storm and Stephos Blackwood? It's very interesting, actually. Yeah, he breaks the wax seal on both of them and starts looking it over. Yes. Oh my. It seems they are invitations of some sort. Inviting them to a meeting. This is interesting. I like the language they use here. It's all in Draconic. It is it looks like this Bolton fellow describes it as a meeting of the minds. He wanted to gather many members, many leading members of the what is this called? He's gonna roll. This is very old Draconic. Okay. Yes, this is a group known as the Individual 11. Looks like that is who he was reaching out to. Although he might be part of the group as well. It looks like. Yes. Yes, they all have numbers next to their name. It looks like. This might be their ranking within the group itself. A combined force from the Lich and Dragon cults, it seems, formed the Individual 11 group. 11 leaders across the Lich and Dragon cults. But it looks like the people you have killed are very low on the list. Blackwood has the number 11 next to his name. I can only assume it would go in order from 1 to 11, 1 being the best, so Blackwood being the worst. It looks like the White Finch is 10, and Vance is 9. The other man is mentioned in here as well. The one you said escaped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He goes by Marcelo Jarty. And he is 8. He has an 8 next to his name.
Can you please put that down in the thingy?
Oh yes, I can write it down for you. Of course.
Just for note taking.
Oh,
The
I
name of the individual thing.
Yes, I will. Of course, I will write it down on this parchment for you. All right, here it is, right here. He passes a sheet to you, and he has an 8 next to his name. He mentions a couple other people in this letter that apparently weren't there. It looks like the invitation itself has. Wow, I don't think he wanted anyone to look at this honestly, because I'm really surprised you guys got a hold of these. And you say you killed them. That's how you got the letters, right?
Yes, from
Nice.
Blackwood
man.
and Raw Storm's
Right.
body.
They all contain the same. It's the same invitation. It's all written the same. It just has, addressed to different people. The language and the letters are all similar, though. Besides an invitation, it looks like it was only just recently they combined forces and made this alliance, this Individual 11 alliance. And if I'm reading this correctly, they actually mention by name and number the members. Obviously, they didn't want other people to know about this, so being dead obviously helps. I don't think you would have got it any other way. It looks like sensitive information. Please, Seeker, get on with it. Oh, right. Sorry, Your Grace. Interesting notes. There is a 6 next to the name Strad von Zarovich.
Wait, we know that name.
Yes, that is. I heard you guys killed him. That's very cool.
Sure.
There's also the other names on here. 7 is Danis Storm. I am unfamiliar with that name. Anyone here that is remotely knows that House Storm?
Would I?
I roll a history check.
Can I cast my guidance?
Yeah.
History.
Oh, nice.
17.
The House Storm, not currently, but They used to be bannermen to House Thoromir when House Thoromir was still a great house. So this was probably 100 or so odd years, 100 or so odd years ago. But they are no longer bannermen to House Thoromir because of Thoromir's fall from grace after the war several centuries ago.
Hold on. Thormir as in, what's his name? Thormir?
Yes. Earthor's family.
Or Thor's?
Kerr, you know about as much as Tarani.
Maybe
No.
less.
About this.
You've heard in passing about House Storm.
Okay.
Storm or Thormir?
Storm. Danis Storm.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
They're bannermen to House Thoromir, meaning that their army has pledged allegiance to help the House Thoromir in times of need.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's also a number 5 here. A 2-letter name. Okay. Ra. Anyone here familiar with Ra?
Yes.
Yes. Would you care to explain who this person is?
Once upon a time. No, we come across this bandit leader called Ra in the wait, let me check where's the area. Near the what would you say would that near be? Kaimel?
Oh. Okay.
We have
Yes,
since
I know the
then
area.
claimed the camp as our guild.
Oh, well, that's very impressive. All right. And he would. So a bandit leader is number 5 on the list. That's very interesting. He must have been pretty powerful.
He was, and he escaped through the means of magic.
A magic user, then. We'll have to be careful of this one. There's 4 next to someone named oh my Randar of House Flay. House Flay. I don't need anyone's input on that. I am very familiar with House Flay. Flay?
Late?
Flay, yes, Flay.
What was the number?
4. I'm very familiar with this house.
I'm not.
Right, Seeker, they used to be, House Flay used to be bannermen to House Stark, correct? During the war several years ago. Several decades ago, I should say. Yes, they were bannermen for a while until we learned of the inhumane ways they tortured their opponents after defeating them in battle. Tell me, General, do you know how they got the name House Flay? Can't say I do, Andrew. When they defeat their opponents in battle, they quite literally flay their skin after they die. Or as they're living, I should say. It's a very painful process that I had to see firsthand.
Tarani shifts uncomfortably.
Alright, alright, move on. 3. There is... Oh my. This can't be right. 3. A person by the name of Hawthrone. But beside it, it's a little notation that people use in notes a lot. And in the notation, it says that this person is an Eladrin.
Would I know what an Eladrin means?
Roll a history check with advantage, because it's elven based.
Hmm.
Master Tyrell is also going to roll.
Wow.
I
Oh
know
my god. You know what?
Yeah, you're a little too young to really have heard about the Eladrin.
And Kurg's not?
Yeah, Kirk, you've heard in passing about the Eladrin being the ancient ancestors of all known elves, high and wood elf.
So let's just imagine Kirk notices a slightly confused face on Durrani's, nudges her and just like whispers that to her.
Master Tyrell kind of raises his hand. The Eladrin haven't been seen on this continent in quite some time. They haven't even been seen on this plane since they allowed my ancestors and Miss Tyranni's to leave the Feywild in the first place. I know, Mr. Tyrell, Master Tyrell, but it says here in the notation that this person is an Eladrin. If she truly resides on this plane of existence, then that is one we will have to be careful of. Among the other on the list, the Eladrin are especially dangerous. From the history that I've been taught, they are our ancient forebearers, and they divided their power up to the high elves and the wood elves that they created, and allowed us to leave the Feywild, for they could stay. So if one is found the portal out of the Feywild, then House Forestwalker may be in danger. In the verdant expanse itself, we may have to defend. If push comes to shove, I will lead the council to defend my people. Of course, Master Tyrell, no one is keeping you here if your people are in danger. Thank you, Your Grace. It is much appreciated. I just would hate to see the artifacts we've held so dear get stolen by the Eladrin again. We don't have Yule to save us again. What are the other names on the list, Seeker? Right here, this is the man that you guys have mentioned. Number 2, it looks like. Balthazar Bolton. I'm surprised you guys survived an encounter with someone like this. But he is still alive, you said, correct?
Kirk grits his teeth and has a very angry look on his face.
Hawthorne. Okay.
Alright. That's all right, no matter. And, number 1.
I'm sorry.
I don't...
have any idea. We've lost one of our own to this person.
I see. I apologize. I'm sorry. Number 1 on the list. I can see he is number 1 for a reason, and I really don't understand why the objectives of this group is what it is, considering they have someone like this on their side. I'm sure a lot of the older gentlemen at this table, and of course, Lady Miss Laura, will understand the leader of the individual 11 is Laura Locke. And that everyone Everyone kind of gives this like uncomfortable gaze as their jaws like slightly hang open. And Paladin Cross and Allura look at each other. They look back to the group. General. Actually, no. The general and the admiral. The general and the admiral kind of look at each other, slightly confused. They may be, experienced in the group, and they're both in their 50s. Admiral Hackett kind of pushing his 60s at this point. They both look at each other like they have no idea what's being said right now. But Allura. Yes, Larlock was a he was just like the rest of us, I guess. He was a human male. He was a sorcerer, of course. He possessed great power for someone of his age. At one point in his life, he had actually collected all of the Ioun stones to ever exist on this plane.
I still have
very
mine floating around me.
Yeah. It was a very powerful entity. Besides, at this point in time, other than draconic beings on this plane, he is the oldest. Simply because he ascended. He ascended to become a lich. I'm sure the Lich cult reveres him greatly, and that is why he is the leader. My colleagues in the Pansophical, they had a run-in with him. And I should say they did have one, because both of them are dead, because if you don't really make it back after looking at him for more than a few seconds, he either destroys you with his mind, or he just raises his hand and, well, let's just say there is a reason the killing curse is forbidden in Tal'Dorei. He is the Shadow King. He knows no bounds. His power is immense. It could even rival some of the lesser deities in the pantheon of Tal'Dorei. He has done battle with Tiamat, the betrayer god. And now to know that the Shadow King and Tiamat have somehow formed this alliance with their groups. It makes me very uneasy. The lesser deities he has met, he has annihilated them. There was a godlike deity a long time ago. It was the demon prince of undeath, Orcus. Orcus fared not a mere few minutes before the Shadow King made him bend the knee and then evaporated him to nothing. The only thing I can see about Larlock is that even if you bend the knee and submit to his utter dominance, he will kill you. The Pantheon has noticed his presence, and only Avandra and Bahamut are on his plane power. The Changebringer and the Platinum Dragon. If our gods were more healed, maybe we could call upon them, but even then, you know, I'm not sure how good it would do. The council stands quiet for a few moments. Well, I think we can beat him. General.
Oh.
General, please. It's no time for jokes. No. I think we could. We could rally the might of our forces. Find this lich, and we can destroy him where he stands.
Sir, I'm sorry. May I interrupt?
What is it, Kirk?
We believe that we can take out this list for you. If you sent the full might of the army towards these men, it is not that we don't think you would succeed, but I believe it would strike fear in our own citizens, for them to know that something that scared us this badly is out there. I suggest you allow us and our guild to take this as an opportunity to prove ourselves and take out the members of this list. Hire us and we can keep the peace.
General, please. With all the political, he kind of leans in across the table. With all the political unrest that's going on, we cannot allow the army of this caliber to get involved in something like this. We have a lot of problems here at home. You know that. Please. Look, I understand there's a lot of political unrest. But we have to do something. I'm not about to let a ragtag group of people just go in there and risk their lives for this. It's not about the glory. You catch bits and pieces of it. It's not about the glory, or it's not about that. It's about protecting our people. We will not stand idly by. Paladin Cross gives a glancing look. He doesn't stare. He just gives a glancing look over to Tirani's way. He doesn't stare. He just his eyes glance over and he goes back. What about the unrest in Dragonstone? What about that, huh?
Do I hear them say something about the unrest?
Make a perception check.
There's a list, guys. There's a list.
Yeah, not really. You catch bits and pieces of it though. You hear Dragonstone mentioned by name.
If there is any issue in Dragonstone, we will address it for you. Let us be your hand, and we shall strike down what the army cannot, or should not.
The the political climate in Dragonstone is very tense right now. Like Paladin Crosser looks down from him and kind of like puts his hands up to his mouth. With, I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I promise. There is there is bad blood lingering between the elven people, and it has been for many, many years. The political climate in Dragonstone is no more better than it is in Singorn or High Ansari or even Rivendell. The four places of elven interest in the Verdant Expanse is very uneasy, to the point where we can't even send enclaves into the area to do trade. It is a very dangerous place to be if you are not of elven heritage or are being escorted by someone of elven
I
heritage.
place my hand on Tarani's shoulder. We just so happen to have an elf with us.
And what happens when she meets the high elves of High Ansari, huh?
I already have.
Yes, I heard. They may have been nice on your last visit because you had Earthor with you, their son, but what about next time? Did you get looks when you went into the city?
Yes.
Exactly. The bad blood between the Wood Elves and the High Elves have gone on for far too long, and the High Elves will not budge with their truce and their treaty. This ceasefire they have with the Wood Elves it's too loose. The Wood Elves have put forward their truce and their alliance, and I can't see why the High Elves do not want to go with it. The climate there is a little uneasy, and I would rather the army not get involved, but I also cannot stand by while you're just two people, even with your friends. 4 people cannot take on this sort of threat. You need help.
Give us a week. We will bolster our group, and we will take care of this for you.
This is going to take a lot longer than a week to fight these people. You don't even know where half this list is. Where did the portal take them? We don't know anything about this portal. The notes here explain to us that the portal is some kind of anti-magic field, that if you stand within a certain radius, that it'll just block all your magic. And you enter the portal and you take damage, apparently, unless you're the caster, apparently, and it just teleports you. There's nothing in these papers that say where you're teleported to. It's wherever the caster chooses. Who knows what that could be? It's going to take more than a week.
A week will just be to gain the allies we need. We will hunt them down to the ends of the earth and eliminate every member of that list. We will even bring some to here for you to interrogate yourselves, for as much information as we can gather.
I don't know if that's a promise I could keep, or... That's asking a lot. Bring one of them here.
If it is possible. At the very least, they will be eliminated.
Well, I mean, guys, if you could bring someone in, that would be great. Yeah, we could get some information out of them.
If we brought their corpse, would that be enough to gather the information you need?
No, we can't talk. We can talk to the dead, but they give very roundabout answers and are very vague.
Then if we bring every member on this list as a corpse, that's enough information, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, problem fixed if you bring everyone in a body bag here.
There's a problem with that one.
Fund our guild, and we will do
Never-
this immediately.
Well, we've already taken down 2 of them. Who says we can't take down any more?
I don't think you guys quite understand the power that the Shadow King holds.
He has no
don't.
power over me.
We don't. But would you rather risk every one of your soldiers? Or would you, trust us to do our
When
job?
those soldiers signed their life away to the army, they knew what they were signing up for. They're in the army because they swore the oath that they would protect their country and house no matter what. They know what they're in for.
But they do not know their enemy.
They are prepared to die to protect what is right. Admiral Hackett, you have been unusually quiet this evening. What are you thinking about? What are you reading? Have you found something? Just thumbing through these pages, just trying to find all the info I can. I have some mages aboard the ship. They might be able to decipher some of this. Some of this is written in arcane language that I quite can't grasp. It's hard to decrypt a lot of this. The language, it's written in multiple languages. Common. Some of it looks primordial even, and celestial in others. This one page right here is Draconic and Dwarvish combined. Half of it's Draconic, half of it's Dwarvish, but the words are alternating between the language. It's some way of making sure that someone can't piece together what it is. And a lot of it is this arcane language that only innate spellcasters can read. It's making my brain hurt, to be honest. Miss Allura, do you think you could give this to the Pansophical and see if they can decrypt some of this arcane language? Yes, I can definitely try to see if they can decrypt it. This is I can try to do some of it myself, but looking at it from here, it looks it's complex for sure, and it's old, very old. It looks like these are not plans they have come up with on their own. These are ones they have found and have archived for quite a while. The climate on this continent is tearing itself apart again. We can barely hold it together, and now we have this to worry about. It was bad enough with the infighting among the great houses. Apologies to members of the great houses that are on this council. But you guys, your houses are growing more and more bold. And he looks dead at Seeker, Stark. Mr. Stark, if I may, your house has been causing quite a stir in the north lately. Is that correct? You have been talking to deities and champions of those deities. I heard you guys were able to summon the Dawn Father himself. Is that correct? Now, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe you summoned the Dawn Father here, correct? I'm not really comfortable with that question. I haven't been to the north in quite some time. I have been sitting on this council, and he kind of like runs his hand through his hair, slicking his hair back. I'm not quite sure what you mean. The Dawn Father, Pelor, and his champion were summoned in Castle Whitestone lately. Right.
Is that a bad thing?
It was of great importance that we summoned Pelor to talk to. So I'm not so sure what you're implying here, because it was in an emergency situation, which we are allowed to do if we have the means. Your Grace, if I may, it is against national law to call upon the avatars of these deities. Crossing the Divine Gate means a lot. But we can save this discussion for when we are in private.
Was it like the time that Vex was like with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, she wasn't Halo though.
But when they did summon Pelor out when you guys had to.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you guys couldn't talk to him. Or you guys talked to Pelor, you just couldn't speak to Vex.
We saw the ritual
You saw the ritual, yeah.
because I really wanted to.
How like does Andrew Stark like kind of look at us in our direction because we were there and they were like,
No, because he's roll an insight check to see. Like, if you're looking to see if Stark looks over at you,
yeah, sure.
roll an insight check.
He checking her out.
Oh, 23.
He looks like he's being genuine. Like, he hasn't actually been to Whitestone probably for as long as he's like been appointed to this position, and he's trying to like vaguely beat around the bush of not knowing that what happened in Whitestone, because he would have been told about it. He just wasn't there for it.
Okay.
We will speak about your law breaking some other time. The Paladins will not stand for a rule breaker.
I'm sure they had a good reason for breaking the rule. And I can confirm that he was not there during the...
I see. Then we will have a discussion some other time about him. I will speak to you later, Seeker Stark. Under our own terms. Other things must take precedent. Miss Tarani, you are of House Forest Walker, correct?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw your family?
Decades ago, sir.
I see, so you wouldn't have the faintest clue what's happening back home, would you?
To be honest, I was exiled.
I see. Have you seen your new home?
No, sir, I have not.
I see. So you weren't part of the exodus that went to Rivendell. Your family stayed as a tribe.
Yes, they were to guard the glade.
Yes, that's the exodus did happen because of a couple things, but most importantly, they wanted to just leave.
Oh, is the Exodus something that happened before my birth?
Yeah,
Okay.
like there were too many people in Singorn. There were too many elves in Singorn. The city couldn't expand fast enough to accommodate all the people. So there was like a mass exodus of wood elves that just left the city and went south to just try to find somewhere else to build. And they eventually found. I think in your book it was Sinjin II, the Viscount at the time. He decided to move the family out to avoid a lot of people dying due to overpopulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he.
Can I retcon that and just say that I am the descendants of those of the Exodus?
Yeah. Basically, like the Exodus happened. A few of the clan decided they didn't want to go as far south as they were going, and decided that they were going to just set up their own tribe. And the tribe only consisted of maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 families. So like tribes were only like maybe 15 people, 20 at the most.
Pretty small.
Yeah, it was really small comparatively, and they ended up moving south to form Rivendell. I see. So you've not seen it. But no. The climate's tense there. Everyone's on edge. I heard you went to Dragonstone. I was on the council that heard about that. So, how was it in Dragonstone? We never really got to hear much.
Dragonstone. Let me just find my notes on Dragons. Was nothing much in Dragonstone. We were just there to escort Master Tyrell to the city.
Master Tyrell, you went with them. Yes, they were my escort. I had to visit the city for various reasons. No need to really hide it from them anymore. I actually went as a political mission. I had to visit the ruling family. We had a conversation in private about the situation going on with the High Elves to see if they had budged on their treaty any. Obviously no, because we're in the same position we were like 3 weeks ago. But he said that tensions are starting to mount in High Ansari, and that the Thormirs are getting ever so much bolder in their attacks. They are starting to kidnap many of the Wood Elf children in and around the areas of Dragonstone and Singorn. The Tyrells, my family in Singorn have issued multiple lockdown notices and curfew hours to where people cannot be outside of the city. We hated to do it because we know we were going to get backlash for it. A lot of people disliked my family for doing it, but it was a necessary evil. We can't have any more of the next generation being kidnapped for God knows what. We have sent out scouting parties, and none of them were heard from again. We can only assume the Thormirs have something to do with it. We just want our people back, and according to the ruling family in Dragonstone, the Targaryens have had many people kidnapped as well outside of their settlement. Nothing from the Forest Walkers, according to him, though. They have stuck pretty closely inside their city after hearing about what happened in Syngorn and Dragonstone. Plus, they have a duty to protect the Glade Pool, so I'm sure they would stick close, have their hand close to their chest anyway.
Duty.
But yes, it was a purely political mission while I went there, and God, I won't say it was a waste because I gained valuable knowledge that I had not seen before. But the high Thormirs are growing bolder, and I believe it's because they want their seat at the table back. Ever since their ancestors lost that war that began the new era, they have not been happy about not having a seat at the big kids table, as we call it. Great House leadership across the land has taken note of the Thormir's presence. But we'll see. All we can do is try our best. We're not trying to ignite a war with the High Elves. We just want our people back. That's all. The king rises. I've heard enough. Please. I don't want any more arguing among my council here. I know there is much animosity between us all. We just need to take a step back and focus on what really matters. I've told you multiple times. The people you hold dear. That is what matters. Forget about everything else. Protect what you hold dear. And never let it go. You all are my friends. And I have gained much insight over the past decade from all of you. And even my old council, you have provided such great insight. I thank you all. To the League of Extraordinary Non-Humans. I've heard that name in passing, but it's good to see all of you again. And I just want to say thank you for everything you've brought us. It'll take us more than this session to really go over it all. First impressions are, as you all have listened in, very tense, but we will look over all the facts, call upon you again. It is necessary. You do have your week to prepare. You have been granted that, Kurg. I cannot grant you funds, though, as the Merchants Guild has a strict ruling policy of the going-ons of the guilds. I can't just give them an executive order to say no. I can give you a reward, if you would like that.
Please.
As a token of our generosity, I have... Oh, I actually have to collect some bets from the council about whether you would return or not. And I had already handpicked some items for you both. Well, for you. 3, but I see. Besides Ishmark and Irina, there are only 2 of you. I'm sorry.
Kirk looks to the ground.
Me too.
You may visit my... Actually, I was going to say my advisor, but you're right here, Sika. The Seeker will take you down to the armory and, well, give you your monetary reward as well as some special items I picked out of my collection for you. Thank you, truly. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Hooray!
Woohoo.
That's a lot of things to digest.